Blessings on Proverbs 17. Better a dry crust eaten in peace than a house filled with feasting and conflict. A wise servant will rule over the master's disgraceful son and will share the inheritance of the master's children. Fire tests the purity of silver and gold, but the Lord tests the heart. Wrongdoers eagerly listen to gossip. Liars pay close attention to slander. Those who mock the poor insult their Maker. Those who rejoice at the misfortune of others will be punished. Grandchildren are the crowning glory of the aged. Parents are the pride of their children. Eloquent words are not fitting for a fool. Even less are lies fitting for a ruler. A bribe is like a lucky charm. Whoever gives one will prosper. Love prospers when a fault is given. Love prospers when a fault is forgiven. But dwelling on it separates close friends. A single rebuke does more for a person of understanding than 100 lashes on the back of a fool. Evil people are eager for rebellion, but they will be severely punished. It is safer to meet a bear robbed of her cubs than to confront a fool caught in foolishness. If you repay good with evil, evil will never leave your house. Starting a quarrel is like opening a floodgate, so stop before a dispute breaks out. Acquitting the guilty and condemning the innocent, both are detestable to the Lord. It is senseless to pay to educate a fool, since he has no heart for learning. A friend is always loyal, and a brother is born to help in time of need. It's poor judgment to guarantee another person's debt or put up security for a friend. Anyone who loves to quarrel loves sin. Anyone who trusts in high walls invites disaster. The crooked heart will not prosper. The lying tongue tumbles into trouble. It is painful to be the parent of a fool. There is no joy for the father of a rebel. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit saps a person's strength. The wicked take secret bribes to pervert the course of justice. Sensible people keep their eyes glued on wisdom, but a fool's eyes wander to the ends of the earth. Foolish children bring grief to their father and bitterness to the one who gave birth to them. It is wrong to punish the godly for being good or to flog leaders for being honest. A truly wise person uses few words. A person with understanding is even-tempered. Even fools are thought wise when they keep silent. With their mouths shut, they seem intelligent. Wow. Oh my gosh. What a word. I mean, absolutely everything is amazing, but I'm going to have to talk about verse 6. Grandchildren are the crowning glory of the age. Parents are the pride of their children. Let's talk about that for a second, because this grandma, and by the way, my grandma name is Uy. That's the name that I was honored with by my first granddaughter. And I love it. I absolutely love my special name. Nobody understands what it means, but I do not care. And I tell absolutely everybody this verse when we talk about grandchildren. That's one of the greatest joy I have experienced. A lot of people ask me if I love them more. And this is my answer. I don't. I adore my 2 boys. But my grandchildren are not my responsibility. Everything with them is fun. I do discipline them. Absolutely. I don't tolerate disrespect. But it's about fun. You know, my son and his bride, which I have to tell you, I am so blessed with such an amazing daughter-in-law. I mean, this is the kind of mother, wife, daughter-in-law that I prayed for my son. She is simply perfect in those roles. What an amazing woman. Such a loving, sweet mother. And you know, this is a testimony. I was young when I had my first child. And I was still young. I was 21 when I had my second. I was 17 when I had my firstborn, and I was 21 on my second one. So my relationship with my boys is pretty close. And when he got together with my daughter-in-law, which it's been a long time. She was young, I was young, so we really had no clue what we were doing in our different roles. But there was something that she struggled with, and it was my relationship with my son. And we struggled. I'm telling you, it was bad. You know, we had our temper. I was not saved back then, so she had it rough with me. You know, I was super insecure. I had no idea what I was doing. No idea. And I didn't tolerate absolutely anything. You know, I had no filter. It was my way or the highway. So it was rough. But at age, let's say probably, I think it was 37, I came back to the Lord, and my life changed completely, like never before. You know, I knew about Jesus, but I didn't really know Jesus. I never had a relationship with him. It was all about religion. So getting to know the Lord, and allowing him to change my heart, my mind, absolutely everything in me. Obviously, I started establishing or reestablishing my relationship with my daughter-in-law, because I didn't have any girls, so that was my first girl, and I loved her. It was difficult for us, but I loved this girl. And one day I was teaching her how to crochet, because I was making scarves for single mothers in our church for Christmas, because you know, every Christmas everybody's always providing toys for kids, and everything is for kids, which is great. But I was a single mom pretty much my entire life, so I wanted to do something for the single mothers. I wanted them to receive something along with their kids' Christmas presents. And I was teaching my daughter-in-law to crochet so she could help me with the project, because it was like 100 and something scarves that I had to make. So we were making this and talking, I think we were already or 80% healed of our situation. And she looked at me and she told me, it was like, I just want to tell you something. Now I get it. At that point, she had a son, and he was a baby. She was like, now I get it. And I think she apologized. It was like, I'm so sorry for not understanding your relationship with my husband. But now I realize that that's exactly the same relationship that I want with my son. So thank you for showing me that example. And we were both crying, we were like two grandmas crocheting and crying, and healing at that moment. And it was super funny because my son walked in and he's seeing us crying and crocheting, and he's like, what am I walking into? I mean, two grandmas here crying. And that broke the ice. But it was a beautiful moment that I will never forget. That was a moment that our hearts were healed 100%. And I know that was the Lord, obviously. So I wanted to share that because there's a lot of broken relationships between mothers-in-law and their daughters-in-law. And that has to be something that should only be seen with people that don't know the Lord. But us Christians, we need to find a way to allow God to heal our hearts and to forgive each other and have a mother and daughter relationship, because that's what they are to us. I absolutely love my granddaughters, but my daughters-in-law, both of them. I have two boys, so I have two daughters-in-law, and they're wonderful. I couldn't ask for better daughters. And going back to grandchildren, I can't even put into words the feeling that I have for my grandbabies. They're an extension of my son. And like I said, I don't love them more the fact that I'm not responsible to make sure that they're great human beings, that Owie is here just to be fun, to have a great relationship. And I have a great, amazing relationship with my grandbabies. And I cannot wait to see where we go, seeing them growing. She's already a teenager. He's 9. So, anyways, if you're not a grandparent, let me tell you, it's not even close to what people say. And all you need to do is go back to this verse. That's the only way that I can explain it. They're definitely a grandparent's crown. So, yeah, that's what I have for today. Have an amazing day. God bless you, and I will see you tomorrow.